All right, Mark here from patternsofheaven.com, picking up where we left off in the last video. What we showed was that beginning at unity, we showed it out, showing it out as dots, 1, 2, 3. Connected the dots, formed a triangle showing a scene order. Then showed dynamic symmetry and harmony with the unseen order, flip-flopped the triangle, became a square. Then we showed it out as math, so beginning at unity, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then showed its multitude, magnitude, and then from there we showed again dynamic symmetry and harmony, flip-flopped the columns, so that the last columns in the center showed that the mathematics of it didn't change. The multiplication and the addition of the columns added up to 216, and then from there we showed that beginning at unity, the 1, 3, 2, then if we wanted to know more about something, we added the circle, which like a circle has no beginning and no end, adds wisdom and insight into it, finer granularity on the topic. So then added a 0 to each one of these, and then anytime we're dealing with a square, we're dealing with geometry. So from unity, we've gone to the unit of distance, measurement of distance on planet Earth being a mile, and then we also showed that 3960 is the radius of the Earth in miles. Carrying the math down 2 iterations is the diameter of the Earth in miles, and then showed that the 216 with a 0 behind it is 2160. That is then the diameter of the moon in miles. Dividing that in half, we come up with the radius. So 3960 then plus the 1080 equals the 5040. And beginning at unity then, 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 times 7 being the factor of 7 equals the radius of the Earth and the radius of the moon in miles. And so picking up where we left off then from there. All right, so let's say beginning back with 216 plus 216 equals 432. Now 432 is a musical scale that most music was done to prior to 1938. After that, it was the scale was changed to 440, and 440 is the sum of prime numbers, which is not as harmonic as the 432. It's not as divisible by many ways, and so 432 is more harmonic. And so then if we take 216 times 4 equals 864. And if we take 216 times 5, that equals 1080, which is the radius of the moon in miles. And if we take the 1080, divide that by 3, that equals 360, which is the number of degrees in a circle. And if we take the 1080, divide that by 5, then that comes back and equals the 216. If we take the 1080 and divide that by 72, we wind up with 15. And interestingly, if you take a 360 degree circle, divide that by 15, you wind up with the number of hours in a day. So going from unity, we've gone to light, now we're down to time. And so how many hours are there in the day? 24 hours. Divide that in half, that would be 12 hours. And how many minutes are there in a 24-hour day? Let's take a look. 60 minutes times 60 seconds times 60 minutes equals 3,600 minutes, which then if we take 3,600 minutes times 12 hours, which would be half the day, equals 43200, 43,200 minutes of daylight. 3,600 times 12 equals 43,200. So 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nightlight equals 86400. Number of minutes in a 24-hour day. Now if we take 432 plus 432 equals 864, and interestingly 864,000 is the diameter of the sun in miles. Now if we take the 432 times 432 equals 186,624, and that is the miles per second of the speed of light. If you like what you see, check us out on Facebook, check us out on the website patternsofheaven.com, and share the videos, like us on Facebook, check out the ebook, and send your friends. patternsofheaven.com. Is this by chance or is this by design? What do you think? Let us know.